I have created my levels and I'm ready to continue. Just to warn you, once you have completed your levels, press escape a couple of times to get out of the command, otherwise, whenever you click on a screen, a new level is going to be created and it can get quite messy. If I select any level, go to Properties, click Edit Type, I can change its constraints and graphics. But all of this is self-explanatory, so click Cancel for now. As we know, if something in Revit is blue, then we can modify it. So if I zoom in, select the level, I can turn on or off its elevation marker by unticking it or ticking it. Also, you notice that some of my levels overlap each other, so if I click here to add an elbow and drag it, so my levels are visible. Now I'm gonna sort out the rest of my levels. All the levels are visible and I can continue. Now I'm gonna need to rename some of my levels. To rename the levels, there are three ways that I'm aware of. The first one is go to the project browser, right click and choose rename. Another one is simply click on the level in the project browser and rename it from there. And the last one, which I prefer, is select the level, click on it. So if I type roof, press enter, a message pops up asking me, would you like to rename corresponding views? Click yes if so. You can see that this change has been reflected in the project browser as well. Now I'm gonna rename the rest of my levels in the same way. Now that I have levels, I can constrain the tops of my walls. So if I go to 3D view, press W2 to tile the views to see it side by side for better clarity. Press ZA to zoom all to fit. This could be my west building, and this could be my east building. So if I click on the east building's walls by holding Ctrl key down, go to Properties, top constraint row, choose up to level roof, click Apply. The same procedure needs to be done for the west building. So if I click on the west building's walls by holding Ctrl key down, go to Properties, top constraint row, but now choose up to level west roof, click Apply. Now the wall tops of both buildings are constrained to their relevant levels. And what this means is, if I decide to change, let's say, the height of the roof level to 20,000 millimeters, press enter, you can see that the wall tops of the east building are now following the level. Press Ctrl Z to undo it. But what I really wanted to show is 3D 2D feature. So let's say I want to drag west roof level to the opposite side. If I select the level, try to drag it, I drag all the levels at the same time and it does affect my 3D view. If I press escape a couple of times, press Ctrl Z to undo it, select the same level again, unlock it, drag it. I drag it on its own, but it still affects my 3D view. Press escape a couple of times, press Ctrl Z to undo it, select the same level again, click 3D icon, it now reads 2D, drag it. I drag it on its own and it does not affect my 3D view. Press escape a couple of times. Now if I select it and try to change it to 3D icon, I can't because it's black. What I can do instead, I can right click it, choose reset to 3D extent. You will also need to adjust your elbow if there is such a need. That's it for today. Thank you for your attention and please subscribe to my channel.